Are you planning a trip to Europe? I know the travel advisor for you. Today we sat down with Natasha and talked all things birth, not Europe. We hear her 4 back-to-back birth stories, a little bit about postpartum rage, and having babies back to back and transitioning from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. You guys are in for such a sweet listen. We believe a birth story doesn't begin with labor, it begins with her.
Welcome to Girly Pop Birth Talks, where we go beyond the delivery room. Each week, we interview a woman just like you and unlike you about her pregnancy, her birth, and also her becoming, and what led her to the most transformative experience of her life.
So grab a drink, a snack, and cozy up, because around here we go from laughing 1 minute to crying the next.
As we listen to the stories that shape us.
Because birth isn't just about babies, it's about the women who rise in the process. Natasha Pleis, welcome to Girly Pop Birth Talks.
Thanks for having me.
I'm very excited.
Okay.
Has Ariel... I have like not a dirty little secret, just like a little like, has Ariel shared with you that you're like very, how should I word this?
I don't know, but I'm
I don't know,
nervous.
scared. No, like just you're my favorite. I don't know if I should say this in the podcast. One of her friends.
It's a lot of pressure now.
No, I'm grateful to have you. Honored to
you.
get to know you more.
Thank you.
Hear about your becoming.
I know I told her, she was sending me pictures of her pregnant, and I was like, I feel so sad that I didn't know you in that
No,
stage.
I would grieve that as
Yeah.
well.
It's like
Guys,
it's
not that
special
exciting.
stage.
Truly not that exciting.
No, it is exciting to like see
Okay.
someone like I actually keep feeling like you're pregnant.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm so sorry.
Stop breathing. Sorry.
And that is like the best thing ever when you love someone so much and then they tell you that there's like,
Yeah.
they're with child, you know, it is the most, and then you see them grow and then become a
Yeah.
mom. It's like no matter the number, it's amazing.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like it. So maybe, is there like a percentage?
Oh,
Of what?
God.
Like if there's a 5th child on the horizon?
Not
Oh.
for me. That's like my worst fear, I'll be honest, to get pregnant again.
I love that.
Yeah, like I could do pregnancy and postpartum forever, but I cannot
It's the
do the
kids thing.
raising
I
over and over
agree.
again. I had fairly
You've done your
easy.
Well,
I had fairly easy pregnancies and births, and so I felt like I would do it again. I've considered
surrogacy.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
but then no.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
I get that.
Yeah.
I feel like I hear a lot in like the world and the communities that it's like once you're in that baby phase and you're having like baby after baby after baby, it's like so hard, even if you want it, to like transition to just raising.
Yes.
It was that hard.
It wasn't. Yeah. There was definitely a sense of loss there. Like, oh my goodness, I'm mourning this phase that was a huge part of my life consistently for, I don't know, 5 years, 4 years, whatever. And this like unknown territory was coming up. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know how to do the baby thing. I know how to change the diapers, do the feedings,
Now you have to like
do the
10
naps.
souls and
Yes, and
yeah,
then
emotions. And,
yes.
oh my God.
And now I'm still in that. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh gosh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ruin
Sometimes I get
them.
like awestruck with Marin. She's 7.
Almost.
And I'm like, Ariel, you have like someone's childhood. And she's so good at it. But
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
know.
am I being a good enough aunt? And like, it's so crazy that like they're not babies anymore. They're
No.
full on
They're
like
like
humans
actual humans.
that you will affect. It's so
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to interrupt us sooner than we've ever interrupted
Oh my
before
God,
for
I'm
this
not even
mocktail.
thirsty.
Well, you have to ask her who she is. But while you do that, I'm going to pass out this mocktail. And the
Okay.
reason it's time sensitive is there's cold foam on top and it's starting to disintegrate.
Oh my God.
So
Disintegrate.
it's almost Thanksgiving wherever
Okay.
you are in the world, except Thanksgiving's not all over the world. We've got apple cider with cold foam. It's
Okay,
always a good
thank
time here.
Oh my God.
And if
That
it's disgusting, I'm so sorry.
No, it smells like a caramel apple. Oh, I love it.
It's good.
I love
The
it.
foam is slush, but
I know I love it. I want more foam though. We should keep the foam nearby.
it's right here. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
please give us who you are, who you're married to,
Okay.
your babies. what you do.
I can do that.
I can go slower too if you need
Okay.
reminders.
Okay, I'm Natasha,
Natasha.
married to Jacob.
Oh, Jacob.
Yes. I perceive him to be a tall man. He would say otherwise.
Why?
He doesn't think he's tall.
No.
He
Wow.
would say otherwise.
Yeah, he was like, I'm just average.
Wow.
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, I appreciate that about him.
Yeah, for sure.
We have 4 kids. They're 7. Nope. That's the second one.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Wow.
Okay, I have 4 kids, 8, 7, 5, and 4.
Wow.
Yeah. And when I'm not taking care of them, I am a travel advisor. And that's it.
Specializing in European
Yes. European vacations.
vacations.
Yes.
I was
If
trying to
you
think of a
didn't
fancy-
have a budget with all your like knowledge, give me like a 30-second trip that's like dream.
Okay, right now it would I'm like, which dream? Okay, right now it would have to be like a super luxurious stay in the Cotswolds. Like I'm talking super nice house, like
Mm.
a chef.
Yes.
I don't have to do anything. A
Mhm.
driver. Well, just super luxurious.
Oh my God.
I love
That's
that.
it. Yeah.
I've been I want to go on the Ritz Carlton cruise.
Oh, yes. Yes.
They do cruises?
I guess.
It's new. Yeah.
It's like, is it 25,000 or 250,000? I think it's
A lot.
25,000. It's
That sounds
25,000.
insane.
No,
Okay.
it's 25,000 per person.
Much better.
Much better.
I can do that.
Oh, yeah.
No, so I want to go with you.
Pocket change.
And it looks like luxury.
Oh, yeah. No, it is. But
Yeah.
there's also other ones that are just as luxurious.
Yeah, she's
Not
also
as
like a river
expensive.
cruise expert.
Oh yeah, I've been
Certified.
wanting like in
Yeah.
Europe, right? There's like river cruises.
Yeah, I'm not doing
There's
the
all of
ocean.
them.
Me and the ocean, but I'll do a river cruise.
They're lovely.
But you have to fly to Europe.
You do.
Unfortunately, That is
Unless
required.
you really wanted to take a transatlantic boat
It's transatlantic.
and then hop on the train
I'm on the train.
from England to get to.
I mean, it sounds like a journey.
Go back to your childhood. As far
Okay.
as I understand, you grew up in Rockland, California.
I did.
Oh my God.
What
I'm
did your
here.
parents do? What was your childhood like? How many siblings did you have? Give us that background.
I grew up in Rockland. Everyone loves this story. My dad's a doctor and my mom's a nurse.
That is
Aw.
cute.
So cute. And I have one older brother.
You should write a storybook.
Aw.
American dream.
American Dream, Rockland, California.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Wow.
Yep, just got there.
I was about to say 25 and that's wrong.
You know
That's
what?
when I had my
okay,
first child.
Yes, I have a theory, you guys, that we get stuck at the year that we had our first child.
Well,
Because
I'm
I still
fucked.
think no, you should be happy that you're going to
Yeah,
be stuck
honestly.
at an older age.
Honestly.
Like what you are right now. No, I'm just saying
Saying
it's
good for you.
Yes, like I
We're
would love to be
screwed.
like, stuck
Yeah.
in my 30s, but I think I'm 25, and
I
it's
think
because I
that's
had
amazing.
Marion. No, it's
25
really
is not
jarring.
like
It's
that
really
wonderful.
confusing. No,
Honestly, I like being older. I'm 33.
Okay.
Yeah. Old. Old broad.
Why did I say it like that?
Okay. That really sucks for you.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
okay, okay.
Haven't had anyone that old before.
Truly,
Well.
it's so young.
Okay, so doctor
Yes.
and nurse
Yes.
raising you.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
It was fine. There was also it was fine. Because it wasn't just a doctor and nurse raising me, we're in a fundamental household. So
Mm,
that's
mhm.
like
That's a thing.
that's a separate issue.
Mm-hmm.
What religion?
Christian.
Okay.
Yeah. But my brother and I were really close growing up. Like we never had any real fights or we
That's
were
amazing.
just very close. We were 18 months apart. Very, very close. I think there was like one time when I was in high school that I yelled at him and said, I hated you.
Mm.
And that like tore him apart.
Oh.
So that was like our big fight that I remember. Of course, there were times like we would get under each other's skin, but nothing like, and we're still pretty close. So,
Did that influence you wanting kids close in age?
yes, 1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were so close and we always said we wish we had more siblings. My parents said, "Oh yeah, like when we thought we were gonna get married, we were gonna have 5 kids, and then we had you." And I was like, "You're welcome."
Oh, wait. Literally, like, then we had you and we were done?
Yes,
Well, that's
Are you the
special.
youngest?
I am.
Yeah. What did you do?
I don't know. Apparently, I was colicky,
Okay,
Oh.
so it
but other
wasn't a
than that,
compliment.
I
Like
was
you're,
like,
she was
No.
absolutely
no, I
perfect.
was like
You
an
fulfilled my
absolute
heart.
angel that my parents just decided to end with me.
Yes.
Aw.
No, I think it was just a lot. They're like, "Wow, it's a lot." Just
I
a
mean,
lot.
in their careers too. They were.
Yeah,
How
and
often were they like in the home, out of the home?
yeah. Well, my dad worked, you know, well, he was not in the hospital. He was a family practice doctor. So he worked more normal hours. Um I don't know, maybe like 8 to 5-ish, 8 to 6-ish. My mom worked part-time up until I was about 4, and then she decided she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom until I was in junior high, and then she went back to work part-time. So
Nice.
she was around a lot, but yeah, I don't know, I've always just been around the medical field. So it always,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, medical things never really freaked me out.
Did you think you wanted to be in the medical field?
No, I knew very early on I did not
Mm.
want to be a nurse for whatever reason. I just knew. I was like, yeah, no.
Is your brother in medicine?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, he thought he was going to, and then for his, I think it was his first year at college, he was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to be pre-med.
You have to be really motivated to do
Yeah.
that.
And we just were not that way.
Yeah.
Like, not what we wanted.
I feel like the stereotype though is like if your parents are in medicine, then there's just like
Yeah.
generations of medicine.
Yeah, that was what it was for my dad. His dad was OBGYN.
Oh.
Yeah, and then there were 2 doctors in the family. Then he got out of one of them got out of medicine, and then a nurse in the family, an X-ray tech. Like, so there was more medical.
You're like, it
Yeah.
ends with us.
Yeah.
We're
Not
done.
me. We're
Ends with
done.
us.
Not for me.
I was just going to ask you, and I don't know if his dad being an OBGYN would have filtered down at all, but did you hear anything about, oh my God. So sorry. Getting used to the new mics. Like what were your mom's, do you remember her birth stories with you and your brother? And did any of that medical influence
Yeah.
affect
I
anything?
want to say, and I could be so wrong, but I want to say that at one point, like, we had a video of my brother's birth. So I think we watched it at one point, and I cannot remember. The other thing is, I used to watch like surgeries on TV when I was little, like at 4. Like, TLC used to be very different, first of all.
Yeah.
And they used to like have surgeries, and like after dinner we would put one on, and
Oh my
my
gosh.
my dad would tell us what was going on. And it was just like, yeah, okay, that's an open
Just
body.
finishing up eating
Yeah.
your
Yeah, and it
ground
was
beef.
fine. And when I came home, I used
Sorry.
kind of.
Sorry.
When I came home from school, I would always watch A Wedding Story on TLC,
my
and then A
gosh.
Baby Story. So like it was just
Oh.
That was my TLC.
yeah, and I loved it. Like every day that's what I would watch.
So you knew you wanted kids from a young age.
Yeah.
You're like
Mhm.
married, baby.
Yeah, basically. I didn't really have a huge drive to have like a career,
Mm-hmm.
but I always knew I wanted to be a mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then I knew I wanted 4 fairly early on because I wanted more than my brother. Like, just me and my brother
Mhm.
had more than 2. But for
Three's
whatever
weird.
reason, I was like, I can't do 3. That's an odd number. I have to do even numbers, and
Mhm.
6 is too much. That means 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I stuck with that.
Yeah.
And then I always said I was going to have kids, all my kids, before I turned 30. I don't know why I said that.
We all thought that. I
And
feel
I
like
don't
that
know
was a
why I
thing.
stuck to that.
She
Yeah.
committed.
I did.
She saw it
Full
through.
send. Okay. Bet.
Well, we had to meet a man to make that happen.
Yes,
So
we
when
did.
did you meet Jacob?
Technically met him, I don't even know the year. Maybe 2008. It was a New Year's Eve party at my parents' house in Rockland. And
Oh.
yeah.
I didn't realize it was at your parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picturing High School Musical, like that New Year's Eve
Oh,
party.
that was the best.
Wasn't that the best?
Oh my God.
We were
Start
never that like
something
fancy
new.
that would go to like parties at
Yes.
like country clubs or wherever they were.
Yeah.
I don't know where they were.
I don't either. Nobody knows.
No. But yeah, no, we met at a New Year's
Were
Eve party.
were your parents and his parents friends?
No, but we were friends with his next door neighbor.
Okay.
And so my brother was like really good friends with his next door neighbor. And so they came to the party.
Okay.
And then they were like, come to the party. And so I knew everyone at the party.
Mhm.
He knew mostly everyone, but we didn't know each other.
Okay.
And so he locked eyes.
I was going
and
to say, was
said-
there a moment?
There was a moment. And he was like,
Okay.
who's that? You know, after they
And
left.
2008 are you a
I was like
junior
16,
or sophomore?
15,
Okay.
turning 16. I don't.
Mhm.
I wish
Okay,
I
so it
could
was
remember.
high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we didn't talk after that.
Oh, it was just a moment.
Yeah, that was just it. And then 2 years after that. So I must have been turning 16 that whatever.
Mhm.
And then we started dating when I was 18.
How'd you meet again?
We became friends on Facebook cuz that's what you did.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then he ended up going on a European trip and staying at my uncle's house. So he messaged me and was like, "Hey, I'm staying at your uncle's house." And I was like, "Oh, no way. So weird." Da da da.
Yes.
The end.
The end.
Now we're married.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
How long were you guys dating before you got married?
2.5 years.
So 18 to 20.
I was 20 when we got
Mm.
engaged, 21 when we got married.
Wow, that's so
Yeah.
young.
Yeah. For
So
whatever
what's
reason, I was
this
like, man,
like?
I'm waiting forever.
How long? Because I'm assuming, agreed with you on this 4 and 4,
Yes.
and that it has to be by the time you're 30.
Oh, he was game for anything. He really was. He has 3 siblings, so he's one of 4. And he was like, yeah, that's great. He was fine. He wanted a larger family, but he was also fine with whatever number I kind of wanted.
Mhm.
And then once we had kids, we both were just kind of like, well, we'll see how this goes. We all know that once you have kids, it's anything can happen. So
Mhm.
I'm not going to stick to that number, but he was up for whatever. Like if I wanted
Mhm.
another one right now, he would
He
get
probably
on
would
board.
do it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So he's game for anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. No, he's like the perfect partner. We were married 3.5 years before I got pregnant. He had just finished his master's, got a job, and then I want to say like 3 months later I got pregnant.
I was going to say, tell us
Yeah.
about that first.
Yeah, it
Positive
was kind
pregnancy
of
test.
random. We I don't know, we like kind of were like, should we do it? Should we just try to have a baby? Like
Mhm.
it felt surreal to kind of make this insanely large life decision
Mhm.
kind of randomly. Like, oh, should we? Yeah, maybe we should try. Who knows? Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
And then yeah, kind of got pregnant. I was like, oh, I guess it's real.
I kind of got pregnant.
I got pregnant.
Yeah, there we go.
It happened.
It's black and white there.
Yeah. There were 2 lines. Pregnant. Yeah.
Do you remember like peeing on that stick? Like, I feel like your first pregnancy is so special and memorable.
Yeah, I do remember. I also am that person. This will not surprise Ariel. I want to say it was with my last pregnancy. I took 25 pregnancy tests.
Your last pregnancy, like number 4?
I feel like
Yeah.
you're supposed to be really chill on the 4th. Like that's when people are like, I didn't even take a test. I just knew I was pregnant. I can't do that.
Which
No,
one
I
did
don't
you
think
start
I've done
believing it
25.
on?
Yeah.
When the package was done. I was like,
Did
I
you
guess
do the
they don't. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm
yeah.
like, what package sells 25 tests?
Tasha, I still pull out. I showed her I have all my pregnancy tests. I still pull out the
Yes.
ones from Cal's pregnancy and I
Yes.
line them up and I'm like, look at that getting darker. Okay,
Yeah.
put them back away.
Yeah.
And you're
And I already have my
holding the
baby.
baby.
Yes. No, it was the same way. Same thing. It's hard to believe.
so-
It
It
doesn't
is
feel
hard
real.
to believe.
I know.
You're holding your baby.
Yeah,
well, I
I'm
still
just
don't
checking the
feel old
pregnancy
enough
tests.
to have any children right
Yes,
now.
we're
Like,
25, Tasha.
they're at school.
Yeah,
Do I have children? I don't know.
No.
got to check the tests.
You're a teen
I need
mom.
to go that's what it feels like. I'm not mature enough for this.
No.
How did
but
you
yeah.
tell Jake?
Okay, I kind of told him because, okay, I was young. First pregnancy, I was like, oh, you can get like false positives.
You can.
Turns out they told me I can't.
Oh,
It's
They were-
super rare.
Maybe that's what they said. They're like, man, that's not really a thing. And I was like, oh, okay. So I had told them, I was like, it says this, but like it could be false. Like, I don't know.
Mhm.
But then I went to the doctor and they're like, no, you are.
yeah.
So
And this was the first pregnancy
first
experience.
pregnancy. Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember going and picking up like this little old toolbox and filling it with like diapers
This
and
is so
cream
Natasha of
and
you.
Mhm.
and I was like, "Look, you're gonna," and he was like, "Wow," "Whoa, it's happening."
Oh my god.
I'm sure he was much more
No,
excited
he
than that.
was. I
Yes.
mean, yeah, that was a while ago, so
Yeah,
he was excited, but like, "Okay, wow,
we're doing this.
we're doing this." Yeah.
And you're not only doing this, but like, and we're having 4 and 4. So like,
Well, we
it's
didn't
almost
know
like,
that at the time, but
but
that's
I
exactly
mean,
what ended up happening.
yeah.
So
So it's like you're kind of starting your whole,
the whole
that
thing.
whole
Yeah.
intense
Little did
thing
we know the next however many years of our life
would
were,
be
Boom, boom, boom.
yeah.
babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us her birth story.
Um, it was pretty run of the mill, as it were. Classic first pregnancy, went in too early. They're like, "You're not far enough along yet." And it was,
How many weeks were you?
okay. Oh, I was 5 days.
Late?
Oh, maybe this was 4 days after my due date.
Okay.
Um,
I have
you're not,
another question.
yes,
All the questions.
yes.
What did you know immediately the hospital was where you wanted to be? Or was that a
Yeah,
discussion?
Well, so
yeah,
having medical parents and growing up with that, like, of course, you're just like, the
yeah.
hospital's where I'm going to go.
Yeah, and I think I'm also just that type of personality. Like, anything can go, everything's gonna go wrong. This is
Mhm.
gonna be. It didn't.
So that's where you felt
Thankfully.
safest.
Yeah, I don't know if it was even safest. It was more just like this is kind of my decision. I'm gonna go with it, and that was probably my favorite birth
Mm.
because um it went really smoothly. And I think it really had to do with the nurse that we had
Mm.
once I got admitted. After like laboring back at home for, I don't know, another 18 hours, went back in after my water had broke. And so I got admitted. And this nurse, wish I had remembered her name, but she was so assertive, so confident.
Mm.
She scared me in the best way possible. Like, I just knew like I had to listen to everything she told me in order to have like a good
Mhm.
birth.
Mhm.
And it was like I remember she kept checking me and she goes, "Okay, you can maybe do a little bit more pushing, but we're not going to do anything crazy yet. I will call the doctor in last minute and then we'll deliver your baby.
Mm.
But I'm going to get you as far as we can without anything crazy. That way it's just an easy birth for
Like a really
you."
hands-on nurse.
Yes, like
Mhm.
she was so assertive. And I was fact checking this with Jake. He's like, "Oh, I was so confident in her confidence
Mm.
that I
Mhm.
felt really good
Which
about
is so
this."
important as first-time
Yeah.
parents. Mhm.
And so she guided me through all of the different um stages, and
Mm.
it like she was really great. She called the doctor in the last second. Like, I want to say like I was crowning with her, and
Mm.
then in order like right after that she's like, "I'm going to call the doctor and then he'll do."
Wow.
We ended up having a midwife, but whatever. The midwife to deliver
Mm. Mhm.
the baby. I guess it has to be legit that way in a hospital. I don't know.
Mhm.
But yeah, she was great. Like, she made sure I didn't have any like stitches or anything.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was just a really smooth.
I know, she reminds me of like a doula, like
She kind of
so
felt
hands-on.
yeah.
Mhm.
I had thought I wanted a doula and we're like, I don't know. But then we had her and I was like, "Can she be here for every birth?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
She
what I was
wasn't.
gonna yeah, rude.
Bummer.
That's what I was gonna ask is, did you guys do any birth classes? Like, did you have any goals going into it, or were you like, whatever
The
happens,
goal was
happens?
have the baby. Like I said,
Mhm.
I was so young. I mean, I wasn't that young, but I
25
just
is
was
young.
not really sure what to expect. And of course,
Mhm.
I've heard horror stories. And of course, that's probably not the nicest thing to say. I
No,
mean, I
it's
just,
it's real.
I had just heard a lot. And I was like, I'm just going to just see what happens.
Mhm.
And that was kind of my mindset. I can't remember if we took a birthing class, but we did take a breastfeeding class and we found that to be insanely helpful.
Oh, good.
So we liked that. But yeah, it was a lot less prep. I remember thinking I have to do X, Y, and Z in order to have this baby. And it felt more chill than,
Mhm.
of course, like the actual experience was not as chill, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Did anything surprise you about labor, going through that?
Um,
Because you seem very like, whatever happens, happens.
yeah, I think, I mean, obviously it was not fun, but I remember just being like, this is a long time.
Yeah,
This
you
is a
said
long time.
30 something or
Yeah, because
40.
it started like a couple, not a couple days. It started the day before I actually had her.
Mm.
And so I went in the night before and they're like, no, you're not ready yet. And so then I had to like be home the next day, just like laboring and not,
Mm.
I don't know. I just remember when I was at home with all of my pregnancies, I was in the shower like the
Mm-hmm.
entire time.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's the cave.
yeah, and it was
So
really
nice.
hot water, just like
Yes.
needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that was,
Okay.
yeah,
So you
really
had Lena.
had Lena. And then when she was 6 months old, I think I found out that I was pregnant with Soren.
But
Yeah.
you knew you were trying.
Yeah. Surprise. What? No, yes.
No, just clarifying.
No.
You decided, okay, we're gonna
Yes.
at least have a second one
Yes.
really quickly.
Yeah. I
What
knew I
was your
wanted that.
entry to like motherhood like in those first months?
It was kind of crazy. Like, oh my gosh, I have this other human I have to look out for. And she was so little. And I remember going home from the hospital being like, is this allowed? Am I allowed to take this
Yes.
baby home? Thankfully, we live near family and they were very supportive and came over a lot. And I'm sure I like texted my mom like all the time. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like, is this okay? Is this normal?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, it's fine. You're okay. So Soren's pregnancy and birth were probably like the hardest one for me, just because there was a lot of uncertainty with him. And again, it was all fine, but I'm just an anxious kind of person. So
Mm-hmm.
every little thing was scary for me.
With Lena's pregnancy being so like textbook and her
Yeah.
birth,
Yeah.
I can imagine that was pretty shocking.
Yes.
Like, what do you mean? There's these
So
variables.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like before I even went into for like the confirmation that I was pregnant, I was bleeding. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess this isn't sticking. And they're like,
Mm.
well, yes, because we're not seeing you until next week. We'll just see what happens. And so,
That's so hard.
yeah,
Like wait.
Mhm.
yeah. Because they don't see you till like 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in on the 8 week and they're like, oh no, it's still there.
Wow.
So, and
Did
I
you
was just
think
like,
you were miscarrying for like a whole
yeah,
week?
well, I was like, well, I'm bleeding. So like,
Yeah.
what else does this mean?
Right.
Meant something else apparently.
Mm.
But since then they were like, well, I don't know what that kind of means for you. Like, we'll just keep an eye on it. And I'm like, great. So you don't see your doctor every week.
No. So
No,
at the 8-week appointment, they said like,
We'll just kind of watch it and see what happens.
and see you in 4 weeks. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so a whole month goes by and
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
am I having this baby? Am I not having this baby? Like,
Wow.
I don't know what's
Were
going
you still
on.
bleeding?
Sporadically, but then it ended up stopping.
Were you having symptoms on top of that?
No. Oh, well, that was the other thing. My pregnancy, I was so tired. I was just exhausted.
Mhm.
I wasn't wildly nauseous. I think I only like threw up a couple times with Lena.
That's still too much.
Yeah. It was just
Couple
a
times is too much. But
fairly easy pregnancy.
yes.
So I was very tired.
Yeah,
It just felt
fairly easy.
kind of
Mhm.
normal.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, months went by and they told me where the placenta was not, it was placenta previa, so it was blocking
The cervix.
yeah, my
right?
cervix.
Am I
And
saying that
so
right? Okay.
they put me on pelvic rest for the rest of my pregnancy.
Mm.
So like 20 weeks and on,
Mm.
yeah, like just they're like, you have to just kind of take it easy. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the heck? Okay.
Yeah.
And they're
very
like, well, we'll just see what
unexpected.
happens. I'm like, why do you keep telling me we'll just see what happens? I
Yeah,
think that was
what
the
does
most
that
annoying.
mean?
that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that
I
was the most
hate
annoying
that
part.
empty
We're like,
answer.
we'll just see what happens. There's
Yeah.
a lot that can. I'm like, well, what could happen?
Yeah,
What
let's
do you
talk
mean?
about all the options.
Yeah, I need to know.
Yeah.
So anyway, it all ended up being okay. Like, well, for the 20 weeks to probably like 34 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
they were telling me I was probably going to have a C-section because it was placenta previa. And so I was like not expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from a textbook birth and pregnancy, I was like, great, this is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
This is
Mhm.
not, obviously, if it had to happen, it had to happen, but
Yeah.
not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up getting sick at It was right after we had like a little, it wasn't a baby shower, like a little baby sprinkle type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
We just had people over and kind of celebrated
Mm-hmm.
Soren. But I ended up getting really sick and I couldn't keep any food down. And I started feeling contractions. And I want to say I was like 32 weeks at that point. And so I went into the hospital. I was like, I think I'm fine. And my mom goes, no, you're not. Like, you are pregnant. You need to be seen. And so I went in and they're like, yeah, you are having contractions. They're fairly regular.
And you had placenta previa at this point.
Still have
Okay.
placenta previa. And so they said, we're going to admit you. We need to watch you because they are consistent and they are staying that way. So we're probably going to need to have the baby. And I was like, what? What do you mean? Like, my kid's at home.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean have a baby? Like, I don't understand. And so they had us sign papers like
Like you're having a baby.
I'm having a baby. And I was like, I don't understand what this is.
Mm.
They had to give me like the steroid in my butt for
Just
the
in case,
lungs.
yeah.
And so I was like, I guess I'm having this baby tonight.
Oh my gosh.
And again, they were just like, we're going to keep an
We're
eye
gonna
on
see
you.
what's gonna happen.
I'm like, what do
Oh
you mean?
my
There's not a
God.
steroid in my butt. And they're like, well, just to see if that,
I'm
if
getting
we have.
anxious in this pregnancy. It's just like dropping bombs with no.
I know. And I
reasoning or
understand. They're like, well,
information.
we'll just see what happens. Like, of course, we're not going to rush and take
Yeah.
the baby out
Yeah.
if it's fine. Like, okay.
But you
And
have
some
a
women
baby
would
at home.
appreciate that answer of like, we're just gonna watch and see. But you're
Yeah.
like, which is interesting
Yes.
because you're like, tell me everything, but also you didn't prepare for everything.
I know.
Interesting.
I know. Yes.
We're psychoanalyzing you.
I am a conundrum that way. But then the contractions ended up slowing and they were like, you can go home.
Had you texted your whole family like, we're having our baby?
No.
Okay.
We're like, we're preparing for it. We'll keep you updated.
Okay.
Because like we signed papers and
Yeah.
everything. But then I went home and was still like on rest.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was
How old is Lena?
she was
Oh my gosh.
not
I know, I
oh,
can't
she
even
was just
imagine.
over a year.
Oh.
So
Yeah, so much rest.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
so much rest. And of course, like Jake had to go back to work.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, I guess we're just
Doing this.
doing this,
Mhm.
hanging at home. I went back to the doctor, I want to say around 34, 36 weeks. I can't remember when.
Yeah.
This is all estimated. It was
Mhm.
definitely in the
No
30s.
one's gonna fact check you.
And
place.
they were like, oh, it looks like it moved. You can have a regular birth. And I was like,
roller
what the-
coaster pregnancy.
It was the most roller coaster pregnancy. And I think that was what was so frustrating, where I was preparing
Mhm.
for like, is this baby even sticking to,
Yeah. Am I having?
okay,
am
I am
pregnant?
having a
Am I
baby.
not?
Okay, this is going to be like
Having a preemie?
a
No, I'm
regular
not.
baby. And then, okay, yeah, now we're having a preemie. Oh, now, like, it was just
That's
so
a
up
lot.
and down.
Mm-hmm.
And then, with his birth, I was like prepared to just have this normal birth.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they like put the lights on me and the doctor got in my face and said, you have 10 minutes to get this baby out, I was like, or what? Like, what's gonna happen to my baby? But then he was fine.
I just can't believe you're just shocked the whole pregnancy, but you don't ask, okay, can you please explain the risk?
Well,
She's
I think
a child.
I am a child, and I think I was more just like, okay, like shocked. You know, the like fight or flight.
Mm-hmm.
I think mine is just like dead.
Freeze.
Like, like
Fawn.
there's no reaction from you. I think it was me. I was just kind of like, okay.
Well, and who has the wherewithal in that moment when you're told with these lights to be like, please inform me
Yeah.
of exactly the risks and benefits.
What do
of
you mean
this.
if I don't get
No,
this
I
baby
totally-
out
I'm
in
not
10
talking
minutes?
about the pushy. I'm talking about the whole
The
pregnancy.
whole thing. Yeah. Well, I did ask some questions like, well, there's still some time. And I'm like, time? They're like, it could move and it could not move. Like my placenta.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
Which is true. It kind of
okay,
is
like,
something
is
you
there
have to just
anything I
wait.
can just, you
Yeah.
can't do anything about it. As your belly grows, it might move. Okay. So it was just kind of one of those things where I'm like, I guess I just have to wait this out and hopefully it's fine.
Did you get him out in 10 minutes?
Got him out in 10 minutes.
Which
And-
is, I still can't get over that. That's just
I
the
love what
weirdest.
you said before the podcast. You're like, who told you that, God? Like, who
Yeah,
told him you have 10
like,
minutes?
I don't
weird-ass
know.
number.
And I was like, okay, I'll get this baby out. Baby came out and he was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I
Is
don't
that
know.
pregnancy like consistent with Soren's personality at all?
Like 1,000%.
Yeah.
He, he's so sweet. Love him. And I think there's so many combos to this, but he's 7. So he's kind of just doing his own thing, bopping
Mhm.
around the world. But he has a really hard time listening to me, specifically with just listening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Soren.
He's like, we'll
And
see, Mom. We'll see.
he, like, almost, like, kind of, basically.
That's all he heard in
Yeah,
the utero.
honest.
We'll see.
You know what?
His
See,
timeline.
it's tracking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But he, when they do, like, the hearing tests,
Yeah.
Failed.
he almost did, and they're like, we'll come back.
Yeah.
And then he, like,
We'll see.
passed. And I was like, what do
Interesting.
you mean? Did he pass?
If I hear what do we mean one more fucking time? What do you mean?
Well, he was like, no, I think it's good. And I was like, okay. And then he has had like hearing tests like a couple of times since then. And I'm like, I would honestly love for him to not pass, because then there would
me a
be some
reason.
sort of reason for him
Yeah.
to be like, what? I don't hear you.
I think that he's
He's so chill.
yeah.
No,
he's
he
just
is
deciding
so
like he's the one
chill.
that's like, am I sticking? Am I not?
Yeah.
It's just him. I think
Can I
that's
hear?
just
Can I
like
not?
how he, yeah.
He's going to be your like risk taker in life.
He's actually really calculated.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Mm.
funny. He'll watch a situation. He'll wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Before
Wait and
he
see.
before he
Yeah,
dives into
very-
something, and then
yes.
he's like, okay, I can do it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
But he also asks the most insane questions that I think are insane for like a
7-year-old.
little child.
Mm-hmm.
Like this all happened before 7. He asked me how babies were born, and so I was like, well, the mom gives birth, and he goes, no, but how? Like he must have been 5, and I said, okay, well, most of the time, the mom gives birth through the vagina. The baby comes out of the vagina, and he just like stares at me. He goes, okay, well, it's so small. And I said, yes, it is. You're right.
Mhm.
And he goes, so does it get bigger and then it gets smaller again? And I said, yes. And he goes, okay. And
The
that was
end.
I don't
did
know
Lena
what.
say? What was her quote
my
from that
goodness.
moment? It was amazing.
No, it's her. So that was like a separate conversation.
Oh, okay.
When we had like the whole birds and the bees talk, we told them all about it. And they're all kind of just like nodding, like, okay, all right. And then Lena, my sweet, sweet child,
Eldest daughter.
comes over to me. She goes, it just feels really inappropriate.
For sure.
Okay, yes. That's right.
Yep. Never do it.
Yeah. I love that. And then I think it was the next day she goes, I just thought about it and just still feels really inappropriate. And I'm like, yeah.
Is she talking about sex or labor?
Yes, no, sex. She was just
Oh.
like, I just remember that conversation we had the other night and it just feels really inappropriate.
I mean, it's pretty fucking
know-
invasive.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, it is for you.
For you, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Soren he's such a thinker, and I'm
Yeah.
like, there's something going on up there that we're
Mhm.
not privy to.
And you have
Yep.
to just
That's fine.
wait and see.
Wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
I know. But
Okay.
yeah,
So then was Felix your surprise?
no.
Okay, it was Oscar.
Oh well,
I mean, surprise.
no, I know.
There's no surprise.
There's really no surprise because at this point we're like, yeah, we want another one.
Okay.
And so I wanted to wait because we were going to a family wedding in April of 2019,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a very luxurious wedding. And I
Mm.
said, I want to have champagne at this
Mhm,
wedding, so
of
I'm not going to be
course.
pregnant. And so I said, I'm going to get pregnant after this wedding
Mm.
because I can plan those sorts of
Mhm,
things.
mhm.
And I didn't get pregnant that first month that we tried, and I was just devastated.
Because that was what you were used to.
That was what I was
Mhm.
used to. But then the next month after that, I got pregnant with Felix, and that was a normal birth, normal pregnancy,
Okay.
normal birth. The only not normal thing about it was that it was COVID. And so there was a little anxiety around, can
Mm-hmm.
Jake be with me in the hospital? Like I need him there. And I was really sad that like the kids couldn't come visit
Yeah.
in the hospital, but it
It was
ended
your
up being
third,
okay.
which is like for a lot of people when that was their first experience. That's really sad.
Yes.
It's also sad when it's not, just
I
I
think it was just
remember.
something I had in mind,
Yeah.
and it's
It's
fine
what
that
you're
it
used to.
didn't, and actually, it kinda ended up being nice that we had that overnight
Yeah, that
without the kid.
vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vacation.
An interesting vacation,
I mean,
but
yeah.
yeah.
How far apart are those 2 and 3?
So 2 and 3, they're my biggest gap. They are 18 months apart.
Whoa.
Stop.
I know.
Wow.
Such a
You
big
really
gap.
took your time.
I did. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
What
Yeah.
was the transition like from 1 to 2?
1 to 2 felt okay. It felt fine. I always said 2 to 3 felt harder, but there were also a lot of external factors that went into that. Again, it was COVID,
Mhm.
so he was born in April, so that was like
Beginning.
Thick of
Yeah.
yeah,
COVID, yeah.
thick of COVID. And so just at home,
Yeah.
postpartum, and anyway, his postpartum experience, I feel so terrible because I don't quite remember his birth. It like I remember it, but nothing was wildly like abnormal, so it
Yeah.
wasn't like that stuck out to me in my memory, or
You went in and had a baby.
I just had a baby and it was COVID and it
Yeah.
was okay. I remember like kind of having my mask on and not then I'm like, I don't want this on. I need to
Mhm.
breathe. And they were fine with it. So I was
Mhm.
like, oh, that's nice.
Mhm.
And I don't know, everything after it just felt kind of fine. Um anyway, the postpartum experience was a little harder. Um just because we had a lot of family drama and trauma come out a month after
D&T.
D&T.
Mhm.
That really like it rocked me. So
Mhm.
that was just a lot to kind of process. And it wasn't even
Yeah.
really like the baby, but
No, I
just
feel that. It's
that.
all that stuff that
I
you've
think
been
Yeah.
anything
carrying.
added on top of the huge
Yes.
transition of
Another
Yeah.
a
child.
baby
Yeah.
is
It was just a lot.
yeah, for
And
sure.
so I think
I hate that you got exposed to it.
yeah, and it just was not fun like having to go through postpartum during COVID, which just it already felt just kind of different and weird. And
And
then
scary in the beginning.
yes,
Yeah.
Mhm.
definitely scary. And then like dealing with that and his like first year honestly feels like a blur, which is just so sad. Um
I
but then
understand
I was
that.
also really crazy because I remember I was 2 weeks postpartum with him and I was sitting on the couch and I like look at my husband. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not done."
So you knew there
And
would be
he
4.
goes, "Okay." And then Felix was 4 months old when I found out I was pregnant
Wow.
with Oscar.
So that's the closest gap.
That's the closest. They're 13 months apart.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was the other thing. I remember me being in my postpartum haze
Mhm.
was I was thinking, "Oh, I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get pregnant. Like, we don't know. We could just
Yes,
try."
amazing cuz you breastfed, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just realizing how.
Yeah, I breastfed all my kids for a year.
Yeah, so
And
you
But
were
then
your milk's a
cycling.
sign. Milk
what's that sign?
the sign?
Yes.
Supply
It's
sustained. Oh, I combined
yeah.
sustained and supply.
Okay,
Sustained
and
throughout
also you were
pregnancy
ovulating.
Yeah. I
Wow.
don't know.
I mean,
Fertile
obviously
Myrtle.
lots of people do this, but
Yeah. Yeah. I
pretty
mean, I was
incredible.
still feeding my kids
Yeah.
up until a year. I said I wanted to try 6 months.
Mhm.
And then when I made it to 6 months, I was like, okay, I think I want to do another 6 months.
Mhm.
And so I kind of kept that. I think when I found out I was pregnant with Oscar, Felix didn't grow that next weight check at his like next appointment. So I think
So
that's what it was.
your
I was
4-month-old didn't gain any weight in the first trimester
He
of
was probably
pregnancy.
getting
yes.
cuz your milk supply will go down in the
Yes.
beginning of pregnancy, but it will come back.
Yes.
So
So I think that's
he's
what it was.
riding that
And
out.
he was. And so they're like, okay, he's not gaining. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing?
Mm.
But I mean, he's fine now, but
Yeah. Figured
It's
it
he's
out.
fine.
okay. But yeah, I think that was a little like, oh, but then it all kind of leveled out and Oscar's uh like my pregnancy with him was honestly fairly quick. Like that whole thing was a blur.
Mhm.
Yeah, Felix had his first birthday and then Lena had her birthday a month
Oh my
later.
gosh.
Do your babies sleep at night? Because I can't imagine being pregnant, exhausted, growing a baby, and then up with a baby.
Yeah, they did most of the time.
Sleep.
Most of the time, yeah. Felix was kind of my roughest postpartum baby. I don't know what was up with him. I still don't. for that
Spare
phase.
the
He
spare.
was just crying. He cried all the time. So
We've been talking a lot. She's been encouraging me with
yeah.
Cal,
Mhm.
my first baby that like won't sleep at night
Yeah. It
at a
was
certain point. Yeah.
yeah. Well, Soren for whatever he also had
Was
a
he the
really
one that you were? Who's the
yeah.
one that we've been talking
Well,
about?
Felix just cried like all the time. He just
Okay.
always had this like quizzical look on his face, like something was wrong. And I was like, "Are you okay?" But Soren, he
He
also
was
had a
the
really
one.
hard
Yeah.
time sleeping. And I remember being like, I am never gonna sleep again in my life. Like this is the
That is
hardest
the
thing.
scariest thought, I think.
It
It is.
was
It is.
so like draining and depressing. Like I remember like holding him for like every single nap. And I had this like one thought, this will pass. I don't know when. And so I was like, I'll just take selfies of me holding my baby. And like one day when he's 18 and hopefully sleeping, I'll be like, that was so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, now he's, he's only 7, but he's still
He's
sleeping.
sleeping.
And I hardly remember that phase.
Yes.
But it
No, I
was
love that advice.
so like,
I've been
it
trying
was
to
so
soak it in
daunting.
too.
Like, this is the
Mhm.
rest of my life, no sleep. But yeah, they sleep now. But I
Wait,
now they
just pause
sleep.
there for a second.
Do you hear it?
What?
They sleep.
Yes,
They
they
sleep
do.
now.
And I want our listeners to hear that too.
They sleep now.
They do sleep. And I saw something somebody posted around the same time you were telling me that. Kyle and I will even talk about like him crying at night is really
Yeah.
hard and not knowing
Yeah.
why the heck he won't sleep despite everything we've tried. But the one thing that's not hard is holding him. Like
Yeah.
that's not hard. I mean, there's
Yeah.
hard things that the fact that my children
Oh,
are feral in my house and I don't know what
absolutely.
they're doing.
Yeah.
But I saw somebody post about how they were like rocking their 13-month-old and trying to get him to sleep through like the regression and the teething and all
Yeah.
this stuff. And then she put her head on his head and thought about them dancing at his
Oh my God,
wedding.
stop.
I know.
Oh,
And she was
stop.
like, immediately it didn't matter anymore. And so I tried to think about that
that's
too.
so.
Like,
Oh my gosh.
I don't even have a child yet.
I know.
I remember singing. So like I remember specifically with Soren and Oscar, they each had their own song, but
Mhm.
Soren's especially every time I would sing this song, he would just like even if he was up on like I was holding him, his head was all up, he would just place his head on my shoulder and just snuggle me, and that became like our song. It was really
so
I don't think
sweet.
he knows it now, but every time I sang,
Doesn't
he was
matter.
just nuzzle and like
You know
Aw.
it. Oh my God.
so
I feel
little.
like they do know
They might know
deep in their soul.
deep in there. We'll just have to wait and see.
Not again. Okay, so Oscar, I want to hear about his postpartum
Yeah.
because that sounded this was when the difficulties came in. Not that
Yes.
there wasn't difficulties, but your
No, this
words
one
are
was,
everything's
yeah.
easy. Everything's easy and
Everything's great.
just pop
Piece
the
of
babies
cake.
out.
Yeah, his pregnancy, birth, all of it was fairly
Mhm.
easy, run of the mill.
Mhm.
He was fine, and I think it was maybe his 2-week or 4-week well check. He like didn't gain any weight, and I was so confused. So confused. I didn't know why. I was like, I'm doing everything like normal. I'm
It's your
like
fourth
feeding him.
time. Yeah.
Like I think I know what I'm doing. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, I went to a lactation consultant and they just said, oh, he's just a lazy eater. I'm like,
I hate that.
I know. I was like, what? Okay. And they told me I'm going to have to start triple feeding him. So I had a 4-year-old, a
Oh my God.
2-year-old, and a 1-year-old, and
Oh
a
my God.
newborn.
Oh my God.
And they said, okay, you're going to have to triple feed. I'm like, what? I don't even know. What do you mean
What is
triple?
that?
What do you mean triple feed?
What do you
And
mean?
she
What do you
said,
mean?
what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? So she says, okay, so you feed him,
Mhm.
then you pump, and then you give him a bottle.
Mhm.
Or
And then you
no-
go run around the block with your 3
Yeah, I was
kids.
gonna say,
Yes.
so you're
And
coming
then,
home
and
with
then,
me,
and
right,
then.
ma'am?
And
If
so
you're
like
prescribing this?
literally, I mean, as you guys know, that's
No, it's
that's hours
Yeah.
Yes.
each session.
yeah, it's 3 full-time jobs.
It's hours of my day like that I was sitting.
It's the entire
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
And so,
On
and I had
repeat.
to do it round the clock,
Mhm.
obviously, because he's a
The
newborn.
entire
Yeah.
day.
So, yeah, it was, I remember coming home and bawling
Mhm.
from that. I mean, it was still, this was 2021, so it was still like a little bit of COVID time. I had to go by myself to this appointment with Oscar. And like, I remember just driving home being like, Oh
Who's
my
helping you
gosh.
with these kids?
My husband stayed home while I did that appointment, and I think my mom also might have come over to help while I was at that appointment. I can't remember.
The appointment's one thing. What about your life?
Oh yeah,
Who's
no,
helping you?
no, I mean,
Just raw dog this.
kind of.
Oh my
But,
god.
I mean, my husband is so hands on, and
Mhm.
I'm so thankful he was able, even before COVID, he was working from home, so he was so hands on. Of course, like he still had to work, but like if there was a situation, he would be able to be like, okay, I'm coming down to like change a diaper or
Mhm.
whatever. Um, but with the triple feed, I was just
Did you have to like put the
in
1 and 2
over
year old
my
in like a
head.
playpen? Like how did you contain?
They were just around. They're just around all the time.
Wow.
I think I've had found out early enough that Jake was still on
Okay, good.
leave,
Okay.
that he was able to help with the transition. But
Mhm.
I do remember like him the first day going back to work, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing this whole
How long
trip.
did you triple feed?
I want to say it was like 6 weeks.
Tasha, that's a crime.
I know. And you know what I also decided to do in that time? Because
Hmm.
Oscar is born in June. So,
I'm scared.
you know what I decided? Oh, my kids need swim lessons.
Oh,
And you know what kind of swim lessons I
Oh, I
did?
know what kind of swim lessons.
The ISR.
Where each one is they're all separate and you have special things you have to put them in. You have to think about what they're eating for 2 hours prior.
And they're
Mhm.
I'm
consecutive
angry
days,
for
right?
you. I'm angry at you. Every
And
single
how
day of the
and
week,
how
5 days in a
long?
row.
8 weeks, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
look at me.
If
Yeah.
you're
I look at
We're
right
angry.
here.
Yeah.
I repeat after me. I
I
made bad choices.
made bad choices. I sure did. I don't know what I
What
was
the hell?
thinking. I
You
don't
weren't
know.
thinking.
You know what? I might have signed them up
Probably before.
before
You
I
didn't
found
know.
all this out, and I was like,
So-
well, they don't know how to swim.
And
They don't know
I
how to
understand
swim.
your baby's not gaining weight,
Yeah.
but not every recommendation works with a family system.
Right.
So
And did I really think about that?
wow.
No. So I ended up just triple feeding for 6 weeks.
Wow.
And
So-
it was a
Wow.
lot.
I have so many
Round
questions.
the clock.
Wow.
How
Yeah.
many times did you cry?
Am I still crying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today. This
So
morning.
Today, actually. Right before I sat down.
When I see families that like that was their first, and this was your fourth experience.
Yeah.
But when that was their first, and then like there's even a hint of like a doctor might say like, oh, this baby might need it too. They're so traumatized from that when it's this long,
Mm-hmm.
unsupervised. Because I don't believe that triple feeding should be longer than a week. Nobody can do that. But they'll tell you to do it, and then
Wow.
they just send you home, and they don't give you any follow up.
No, I think I did see another lactation consultant, but it was weeks after the
Mhm.
first.
No, they should schedule you
And they
that
were like,
day.
okay, great. It's
No.
working.
Well, of course
And
it's gonna work.
so
If you
I'm
give a baby
overfeeding
more
my
so
calories.
continue it.
Uh-huh.
I had such a stash
I'm sure you did.
Oh my
because
god.
I was feeding and like I
Oh my
ended
God.
up giving it to someone else because
Yeah.
when he
Oh.
Because he was fine.
he was fine.
He wasn't a lazy eater. That's not a thing. That's
Well,
a thing
I
people
remember
say.
so when I first went to that appointment and I was sitting with the lactation
Mhm.
consultant, obviously it's like she goes, okay, well, show me what you do to feed. And so I did, and she just goes, I can feel the heat.
Oh,
What?
Right. Like I can heal the heat off of you right now. He's just so sleepy. He's not eating. He's a lazy
Wait.
eater.
What?
She was an old woman. I don't know.
These old women lactation consultants.
But then
I
I went
could
to
feel
another
the
one.
heat.
Yes, she's like, you're radiating so much heat. Like he's just so sleepy.
I'm gonna
It's your
write
fault.
you your
It's your
discipline note.
fault.
I know.
Yeah.
Don't shoot for 6 weeks.
Stop being so comforting and warm to your baby.
I was like, I don't know. I was devastated. But I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The whole postpartum phase was such a haze. Like
Yes.
I am not thinking clearly, obviously. Like I'm not getting any sleep. The
Mm-mm.
hormones are crazy. And I'm like,
Mhm.
is my baby gonna be okay if I don't give him more food?
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
right.
can't tell a mom that and then not expect her to react.
Like freak out.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think I started crying, and she's like, it's fine. I'm like,
What
do you mean?
What's fine?
He's not,
What do
he's
you
not
mean?
gaining
This
weight.
is gonna be that episode title. What do you mean?
I think that's what I felt like my entire everything.
I love it.
Will you touch
I don't
on
love it.
a little bit of the postpartum rage
Yes.
and what pregnancy that started in or postpartum?
all of them.
Okay.
Um
So it was a
I
pattern
don't know how you
throughout.
wouldn't be ragey.
yeah.
Well, what we know about rage is that a lot of times it's linked to micronutrient deficiencies. And micronutrient
Oh,
deficiencies,
we did know that.
Brought to
yeah,
you by Ariel Mize,
Come-
registered dietitian.
Tell
they
me
come
more.
from having subsequent pregnancies back to back to back to back. You're depleted. So it's not your fault.
What? Oh my gosh.
But
I just
also,
thought I
yeah.
was like an angry person. I like was
No,
like, I think I'm
Tasha.
just an angry person.
No, you had a lot of babies in a short period of
Yeah.
time, and that's amazing. They're blessings, but also,
Yeah.
how could you not?
I think I just thought, oh, like this is probably not the common reaction or the common thing that happens after like pregnancies.
Mhm.
Like you more often than not hear about postpartum depression. And I was like, well, I'm not that. I'm just angry. Like
Mhm.
I'm
How would it
angry.
manifest? Like, what would you do? Say,
No, it was just that was the thing. It felt so irrational. Like nothing. There was no pattern. It was just anything would set me off. If
Mhm.
like, I walked by the room and there were toys everywhere.
Mhm.
Oh, maybe it had been like that for a day and a half. Didn't bother me until I walked by right this
In
minute
that
Yeah.
moment,
and I'm losing my mind.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would just go from like 0 to 60.
Mhm.
Like I'm so mad.
Mhm.
Like nothing's clean in this house. I'm the only one doing anything. Why am I the only one doing this? Or I don't know. Just
Yeah.
everything. I
Mhm.
was just mad. And so yeah, it's something I'm still like I'm not postpartum anymore.
You
but-
are.
You are.
forever.
Did you know the newest? What's the newest
I think it's
number?
5.
5 years. There's a new number for how long research shows us it takes to like fully recover from having a baby. And I feel like because like when you have multiple,
Yeah.
20 years. Let's give you 20.
Okay.
yeah,
Thank
You're
God.
postpartum
I'm like,
until
oh my gosh,
you're
because I'm still
50.
like angry.
Thank you so much, Becca. Really needed that permission. I know you do really well with directions, so I'm
I
going to
do.
let you know. 20
Okay.
years, girl.
20 years, then I'll be fine. No.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it's something I'm still like, I think that's also maybe just one of my, I don't know, issues where I tend to lean angry in things.
Motherhood's a lot.
So I think I just, any sort of overwhelm is just angry
Yeah.
and then I'll cry. So
For sure.
angry tears,
Yeah.
tears of rage.
Any advice for a mom like experiencing postpartum rage?
I think I just wanted to know, like, it's okay. Like, it's norm. Like, you're not crazy for being angry. I don't know. I think
And you're
I was
not a
just,
bad person for being
no,
angry.
I think I'm like,
Doesn't
I'm
mean
going to ruin
anything.
my
Important
kids.
message. Yeah.
I'm going to be
No.
this angry mom. Like, of course I don't want to be an angry mom, and it's something I'm going to work on, but it's not like
No.
it's a normal reaction.
It's not you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
something that's happening because of the circumstances.
Yeah.
And apparently I'm just full of research today.
I love that.
No, I know a lot of these things because I think I have postpartum rage.
This is a safe place. Welcome.
I'm realizing.
Welcome to the rage.
It's real.
No, I was just
Mhm.
thinking the other day, I was like, man, when I had Layton, I had never yelled at Marin until I had Layton. I remember thinking that, like, I didn't yell at her for 2 years of her life until I had a second.
Yeah.
And then now that I've had my third, I'm like, now I've yelled, but I'm like, now I'm mean.
Yes.
And it's the
Yeah.
same thing. Like, just no one cares.
The most like heartbreaking thing is when your older daughter just says, I like it when you're not angry and yelling.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Me too.
Breaks my heart. I'm
Me
like,
too.
oh, I know. I also like that.
Yeah.
I also like when I'm not yelling.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. I think it's just,
It's more common than you think.
yeah. And I don't
Mhm.
think it's talked about
It's not.
as much. And
It's
so I
not.
remember like hearing about it for the first time and like, oh, I get it. Like, yes,
Mhm.
that's what I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a stereotype around the word anger that
Mhm.
equals supposedly bad or evil or not enough or incompetent.
Yes.
And we've done so much amazing work in the last 10 years with postpartum depression and even postpartum anxiety, where it's no longer a stereotype. It's like, oh, I got postpartum. And there's this like label
Mhm.
that it's like totally okay to label yourself as, and like, oh, I totally get it. But when we say postpartum rage and we're so worried about like, oh my God. Like,
Oh, you're
oof.
the angry one.
Oh, you're the
Mhm.
angry
Watch
one.
out.
But it's
Yeah.
so common.
Mm-hmm.
It's so common. And taking
Mhm.
care of mothers, I think there's this like, you're no longer Natasha. You are your kid's mom. And it's like, no,
Mhm.
actually, there's still a woman here.
Yeah.
There's a woman here that is experiencing all of this and showing up
Mhm.
at least 20%
Yeah.
for her kids every single day.
Yeah.
So depleted.
And I think that's like what I'm now like coming into now that my youngest is 4.5, and I'm like, oh, I think I know who I am again. Like
Yeah.
it's the haze is starting to
Yes.
dissipate.
What a
Maybe
beautiful place to be. Yeah, they're all in
it's just
school.
starting.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's really realistic. I think that's a
Yeah.
good thing for people to think about. Is like
Yeah.
it's not at 6 weeks for sure.
No.
And even at 1 year, I think there's like one layer that lifts at 1 year,
Maybe.
but not really.
No.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that you can survive the 5 years. It's not this like 5 years of hell. Like there is
Mhm.
going to be
Oh,
moments where it's
yeah.
like, I don't want this to end. And it is
Mhm.
so good. Like 100%
Mhm.
there's going to be hard moments, but there's also going to be hard moments when they're 8 and when they're 13.
1,000%. They just look different. The hard moments look different.
Exactly.
Because they're talking back to
Yeah.
you. But
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I've heard the toddler years and the teenage years are not that different,
Mm-hmm.
but at least we're kind of getting sleep. I've also heard you're not really because you're worried about your kids.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
maybe we just don't have expectations. But
That's just it.
yeah, you did this thing in a really short period of
Mhm.
time. And I mean, it's almost like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like,
Concentrated?
yeah, like concentrated, very
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
But then now you're out of it faster, which I know
A
for
little
some people.
bit.
I mean, yes, not to minimize that you're still in it.
20 years, remember?
Yeah, 20 years.
Right, 20 years.
Yeah. No, I think now it just looks just kind of crazy. Like I'm in my car 80%
you
of the
are.
day running around between X, Y, and Z.
Now
This school
you've got
pickup.
sports and the pickups.
Yeah,
and-
I've got 3 different pickup times at my school.
yeah.
And technically on Thursdays and Fridays I have 4 pickup times.
Oh my
and
God.
like it's just
Yeah. A
It's
new
a
hard.
season is hard.
yeah,
Yep.
it's a lot. But yeah, I prefer it, I think, to the am I ever gonna get out of this like
Yeah.
spit up y shirt?
Yeah.
And sleep? No, lack of sleep? I don't know.
Yeah. It's also bittersweet because even as you were
I
talking
know.
about like when you decide to get pregnant, like with Lena, you were like, "Oh, should we try?" I was like, "Oh, I kind of miss that." Like it's such a sweet
there
time where you're like, "Oh,
absolutely times where I get really sad that that phase is over.
yeah,
Because I did do it in such a short time that a lot of them like kind of blur together. I'm like,
Yeah.
was that this kid or this kid or this time or
mhm,
I don't remember. And so even this was kind of fun because I had to like really think about like, hey, which birth was which birth? I still don't really remember Felix's birth. Like that's just kind of sad.
so real."
But because they were so concentrated, like
Mhm,
they all just kind of blur together. And I
mhm.
kind of miss I don't know, just having another little babe. But
Yeah.
raising them is just another animal.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Another
sure.
animal that I'm not wanting to tackle. But
To wrap it all up, what would your like piece of advice would be? I almost said her last name again.
Your
Slice
slice of
of
advice.
advice.
Wait, Tasha, that should be like a segment on your
Oh my
travel thing. This is
gosh.
my place
Slice
of
of
advice.
advice.
oh, that's
Get,
pretty good.
Get
Okay,
this
welcome.
many hours
Trademark.
before.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
I'll
give your
take
little
10%.
travel advice.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Just kidding. I'll
That's a lot of
Christian you.
pressure. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay, what's your place of advice?
4, having 4 kids in 4 years.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I had. That's the thing. It's just kind of like that's
Raw
the
dog it.
problem. Yeah, I'm just kind of like gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of trial and error and a lot of error. Absolutely, just I don't know. But I will say I wouldn't have done it any other way. I'm so glad my kids, as crazy as it is, are so close together.
Yeah.
They're the bestest little buddies I've ever seen. They're so cute. And they're right now at this young stage, they all get along really well. And it's really fun. It's so chaotic, but I just like that we're just this little unit that is just a little like pod traveling together, doing things together. I
You're
don't know.
very rich.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It feels really sweet. Like even though the baby stage is something I love and will always miss, I think there's just something really fun about thinking, oh, this is like there's no more growing of our family. It's like we're growing up now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like
Why are you crying? You're making me
Always
cry.
cry.
So that's
That was such a
beautiful and I'm
sweet little-
excited about this
Yeah.
new little Well, it's not little. It's what, 18 more years? I don't know. They're young. It's been a long time of
Mhm.
us growing up together, but
Forever.
it's sweet.
I feel like 25 is the new 18.
I think like 33 is the new.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Let's have a count for how many times we said, what do you mean?
Yeah,
Oh gosh,
the
that's gonna
one.
be really annoying. Oh gosh.
I love it. Well, thanks for coming and
yeah, thanks for
talking about
having
your
me.
anything but boring stories.
I feel like
don't
we
know, I
can't
feel like
do
they
our
were
hug
really
anymore.
boring.
Oh, we can't. We usually end it with the hug, but there's absolutely no way
Yeah.
with these mics.
Well, that's really sweet.
Thanks for joining us on Girly Pop Birth Talks, where we hold space for the messy and meaningful journey of becoming her.
If today's story moved you, made you laugh, or reminded you of your own strength, we would love it if you subscribed, shared the episode, and left us a quick review.
We're so glad you were here.
Seriously, you're one of us now.
We can't wait to do this again soon.